Mangan again.
Damn. I'm as worried about Lyria as anyone, but this ship needs a serious tune-up.
We finally caught up to Lyria, but her eyes had lost their spark. When I called her name, she didn't respond. She didn't hear me. The Lyria we know and love? It's like she wasn't in there anymore. What is Avia plotting? With so many mysteries left unsolved, I get the feeling this is just the beginning. But for now, we need to dig up info on this Mind Sealer thing. We flew through the night without ever stopping. I can see our next island, hugged by dawn's warming light. Call that amber glow false hope, but I'll take it.
Chapter 6 guy.
The city is huge! There's stuff everywhere!
Let your true sun shine! Lowest prices in town. Money back guaranteed.
Welcome. This is Sega Grande Skydom's largest city, Seed Hollow.
Hollow is behind us.
Whew. Good news is the Grand Cipher's gonna be okay.
She's in good hands. Luckily, the ship escaped severe damage. Should be a quick fix.
Sorry to keep piling stuff on you. Appreciate it, buddy.
So about this family Zothma or whatever, you know where to find them?
I sure do. Their boss supposedly operates in this district. Information brokers don't exactly advertise to the public. He runs a bar as a front.
Sounds like he's got his stuff together.
I guess you'll find out for yourself when you meet him. Follow me. Let's start by heading to the main square. The bar should be in a back alley somewhere.
Huh. Yes. That's one way to design a ship. Always cool to see how other places build their rides.
Wait till you visit the other districts. I'd love to give a grand tour, but...
No biggie. Besides, sightseeing will be a lot more fun when Sirius back with us.
Very true. I'd better start brushing up on my tour guide skills.
Fresh veggies for sale. Pumpkins.
Excuse me? Buy from me and you'll agree.
Let's kick some tail!
Discount free. Buy one, get one free.
Yes.
Oh my.
So,
No way!
No.
Of course, Seed Hollow wouldn't be complete without a blacksmith and alliance rep. If you need to use their services, now's the time.
They've got all kinds of flowers here. No wonder the city smells so good.
I guess that's where the seed in Seed Hollow comes from.
Welcome. You can expect only the best. This turned out fantastic. Leave it to me. It's a great success. I'll unlock the power within. Let me show you what my masters taught me. Leave it to me. Sigil enhancement. Take care. You want to buy something? Got cool stuff.
You've come to the right place.
Excuse me.
Can't find what you like? Look! I just got some rare stuff! Mighty fine taste! Your patronage is always a pleasure.
Hold on, folks. You'll want to see these.
What have you got to lose?
Okay.
Judging from your gear, are you perhaps Skyfarers? Welcome. This is Rafal's Seed Hollow branch.
Our adventure began with a strange light falling over my home island of Zinkenstill. I chased it to the impact site, where I found a blue-haired girl named Lyria and a knight, Catalina. The girl was shaken, and pretty soon I learned the reason why. She was on the run from Erste Empire soldiers. I knew an unfair fight when I saw one, so I stepped up to protect Lyria from those awful tyrants. Catalina and I fended them off well enough, but when their backs were in the corner, they released a fire-breathing hydra. It charged me, sending me flying into the tree line. Moments away from death, all I could think about was Dad. He'd been the one who trained me, and he'd done a great job, but... well, who expects their son to get attacked by a five-headed horror? He was going to be devastated. So, it's all over. Just as I began to sink into darkness, a gentle light enveloped my body. Lyria, wreathed by a mystical halo, was floating above me with her hand outstretched. She explained that she was going to merge our life forces. Fortunately, it worked. From that moment forward, Lyria and I would be inextricably linked. Looking into her blue eyes, I knew I had nothing to fear, not even death itself. 2 people, 1 life, a greater whole. Lyria had taken a huge risk to save me. Now, if one of us got hit with a fatal blow, it was curtains for both. And that thought awakened in me a desperate hunger for survival, for life. The next moment, Lyria and I felt this reverberation of power. The torrent of emotion rushing from me had awakened something. Darkness and flame swirled around us, coalescing into a massive dragon, Bahamut. With him on our side, we made short work of the Imperial Hydra. Now that their trump card had been blasted into oblivion, the Imperial Army had no choice but to run. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if I hadn't chased that light. No Lyria, no lifelink, no adventure. Man, I probably wouldn't even have set foot off of Zinkenstill. Fate's a funny thing, isn't it? Since meeting Lyria, we've seen our fair share of joy and happiness, and pain and suffering. But the Grand Cypher crew doesn't buckle under pressure. We'll take on anything the journey throws at us. No regrets. Now, where was I? Oh, right. We just humiliated the Empire, who probably had reserves waiting somewhere close by. We realized we needed to get off Zinkenstill. Fast. The Empire was not going to rest while Lyria was on the loose, and I figured that since we shared a life force now and all, it was in everyone's best interests if we stayed together. Plus, I'd always wanted to explore the far reaches of the skies, though doing it on the run, not what I had in mind. There was so much to think about, so much to decide. But all those plans could come after we had escaped Zinkenstill. I didn't want a whole army, this time with, 30 Hydras marching on my home island. And, well, I had another, more personal reason for wanting to leave. Before I knew it, our journey was at an end. The end. As in, we'd reached the end of the skies. My son, I'm waiting for you on Estalucia. I thought about Dad's letter. I missed him. When I was young, he would take me to the edge of the island, and we'd sit there, admiring the clouds. I wanted so badly to explore those skies, just like Dad. I had to see him again. And now, I wouldn't have to make that journey alone. With Vern, Lyria, and Catalina at my side, we commandeered a small Imperial craft and set out for the greatest of destinations, Estalucia. From the moment we left Zinkenstill, our adventures were hectic, to say the least. Catalina, who claimed to be an experienced pilot, crashed our small vessel onto the gusty fields of Port Breeze. But we quickly pulled ourselves together and found a new ally, and helmsman, in the form of Rackham. Since then, we gained more and more allies, and no matter what obstacle we faced, the crew always worked in tandem to find a solution. It's all thanks to their support that I've made it this far. And what a wild ride it's been. To think I had never even set foot off of Zinkenstill, but now I can't even count the number of islands we've saved, let alone visited. Sure, being a roving band of heroes is difficult, but it's got its perks. New faces, new places, and a whole airship's worth of fun. Who could pass this life up? Anyway, we've just begun the next chapter of our adventure. We discovered another piece of the sky map, which led us to Zega Grande. Yeah, a whole new skydom. Just imagine the danger, the promise. But I knew it was going to be fine. Just another set of memories to add to our ever-growing collection. I hope you're ready, Zega Grande, because here we come.
You think you know the sky and wind, but then you come to a foreign land, where unfamiliar songs on the air beckon you toward the unknown.
Catalina, where do you think this breeze is coming from?
The wind rustled Lyria's hair affectionately as she spoke. From somewhere far, far away. Much time has passed since Lyria and I escaped from the Erste Empire and met the captain in the woods of Zinkenstill. I found myself thankful that the sky has no limit, because no matter how many journeys I've made at her side, there will always be more to look forward to. Lyria and I first crossed paths when I was still a knight of Erste, and she a tool in the Empire's mad experiments on dark essence. So you're Lyria. I was appointed to stay by her side as both captor and guardian. She reminded me of a beautifully crafted puppet, never moving or speaking unless commanded. Her expression was fixed, and her eyes were bright, but cold, as if made of glass. Moved to pity, I wanted, at the very least, to light a smile on her face. But I may as well have been talking to a doll. I couldn't find the part of her that was alive. It wasn't until many days had escaped us that I realized Lyria was a real girl with a feeling soul. She simply didn't know how to act like one. So, I taught her to laugh when she felt joy and cry when she felt sadness. Through books and reverie, I taught her to long for the outside world. And when colors on a page were no longer enough, I took her hand and led her to the roof of the military base. The illustrations Lyria had seen were lovely, but the sky now stretching above her was boundless and so luminous that it drew forth tears. And finally, her blue eyes shone, as if they were two patches of sky lit by a sun from within her. That sun melted my heart. There, with the open air as our witness, I made her a promise. Someday, we'll sail this endless world together. I swear it. As the bond between us grew, so did the cruelty of the experiments they performed on Lyria. Lyria doesn't belong here. No living creature does. The shining empire I served now became to me a place clouded by doubt. Day after day, a battle raged within me, between the knight loyal to her flag and the guardian who wanted to set a sad girl free. Then, one day, a memory of Lyria's response on the roof broke through like a clear ray of light.
Really? You'll show me this endless world?
I had made a vow. There was no more question where my allegiance lay. I took her hand once again. This time, not to simply gaze at the sky, but to leap into it. And I did it for myself as much as I did it for her.
Piloting an airship ain't easy work, but whether it's plotting a windward course or conducting some routine maintenance, you can always count on experience and intuition. Ha! Just a little further! Finally, the Grand Cipher broke through the nebulous shadows and turbulent winds of the Grim Basin, and to greet us on the other end was our reward, the brilliant clear blue. It was a panoramic azure, dappled by silver-white clouds and gleaming from the light of a new day. Always an exhilarating sight to behold. Judging by the cries of celebration starting to spread across the deck, I took it my crewmates would agree. Damn, who'd have ever thought a young dreamer from Port Breeze would make it all the way out to these skies? The Grand Cipher and I, we'd gone through thick and thin together. It's a long story, but it all started on that fateful day I met the captain. I haven't looked back since. Right then, landing maintenance. Fuel stores, full. Engine, all clear. We were ready to disembark into the unknown. What awaited us in the Zega Grande Skydom? As uneasy as I was, I couldn't help but feel a teensy bit giddy with excitement. Ah, the Grand Cipher. Ever since I found her abandoned behind a cliff, it was love at first sight. I was just a kid, but I had lofty dreams of repairing that ramshackle airship and taking her to the skies. Back then, I didn't know the difference between a porthole and port side. But I was determined. I dove into books bigger than my head, and I learned basic airship repair, helmsmanship, the whole kit and caboodle. After a ton of elbow grease, the day had come. The Grand Cipher was finally ready for a test flight. I still remember how my hands trembled as I grabbed the rudder. And wouldn't you know it, she actually lifted off the ground for me. Nothing quite like watching your first love take to the skies, is there? But before I could take it all in, my dreams came crashing down. I mean, literally, the Grand Cipher sunk like a damn meteor. 100 different things could have caused it, but that didn't matter. Years of work went kaput in the blink of an eye. Betrayed by the very skies I longed for, I was crushed. Looking back now, it sounds stupid, I know. Just as I'd given up on flying, the Erste Empire had arrived in Port Breeze, and they were hell-bent on exploiting our local protector, the primal beast of wind, Tiamat. Their twisted machination. Thing is, thought I'd already closed that. Quick, get on the Grand Cipher! I don't know what got into me. She fell once before. Hell, I knew she might fall again.
It's on
Nothing
there.
like a healthy fear of death to keep you grounded, eh? But the people of Port Breeze and my new crewmates had all I needed to do. It's a damn shame. As the Grand Cipher's engine, Lyria quelled the primal beast. Ever since that, it's been one hell of a ride. I've since formed a pact with good old Tiamat and made amends with the shipwright Primal who built the Grand Cipher. No. So, Zega Grande Skydom might, and that includes Esteluz.
Alright, we're gonna stop right here for now. I did all his fate. I'm gonna do all their fates probably not on screen.
Please come again.
Off screen, but I will do some questions at the moment. I ain't gonna lie, when I'm online, who I am. What? Can I switch him from the party?
Huh? My turn? I'm ready to fight.
You can depend on me.
Alright, I might do guys Moses Masteries. I do.
Good day. Which
8
will it
episodes
be?
have updated.
Will you take this one?
Yeah, let's do that boss fight. Open.
Be on your way.
Let's see if I can get some randos. Oh, you know what I forgot? To unlock his sword ability. Should I cancel? Should I continue? Let's cancel real quick. Where's the blacksmith? I know the blacksmith's somewhere around.
Excuse me.
Haha, let's kick some tail.
Which weapon shall I strengthen? Leave it to me.
I forgot. It's the other way around.
Enhancing your sigils? Got an order for a new weapon?
Ian's braid. I'm about to make me a new weapon soon. My dude needs a new weapon right here. Let's see. Yup. Need more stuff we got to leave. Enough for him, but not enough money.
Come again.
I don't got no MP. MSP. Oh, it's stun power. Okay. Alright. Well, I don't got enough points to do it. You guys be sure to check out my channel. I got a few videos. I got 483 videos on different well, a lot of them is just Shinobi Strike because I play Shinobi Strike a lot. But I do play Spider-Man, Monster Hunter, a few other games too. Be playing Final Fantasy. I think I did stream Final Fantasy on my channel before. And let's see, search again. Let's do it one more time. Doesn't work? I'm gonna just call it there. Alright. Turns out we aren't able to find anything. Alright, stream. I see you guys mañana. Yeah, for sure. I'll probably play it without me streaming. See how far I can get if I end up playing later. I don't know if I will stream or won't stream. Depends on my mood. But you guys have a beautiful night. Namaste.